to where it really doesn't matter, because I very intentionally do not have my technology patented.
Why?
Because the patent industry is actually very corrupt. I learned this because I, at one point, was patent pending. And then one day I went to a Rotary Club meeting and I spoke with the inventor of the wireless key fob for cars. And he told me, GM stole my stuff. He said, and I said, well, you have a patent, didn't you? And he's like, yo, I have like 70 patents. And I've been to every country on earth almost. I'm like, so how'd they steal your stuff with the patent? He's like, because a patent doesn't mean anything to big players. All a patent is a means for you to go to court and say, hey, they infringed on my patent. But when you're in court, that's a whole different story. Now you're in court, and now you have to prove to the judge that they infringed on your patent. Now you need to fight their lawyers. Okay, you're an inventor, you came up with something, and you're fighting this big industry that has billions of dollars, and they can just go to court over and over and over again and take you and fight you until you have no money left. So even though you know they stole your thing, you can't prove it anymore, because all they have to do is keep rebutting it in court over and over again. And they have the funds to do that. You don't, because you're not GM. You're not whoever, you know? And so he told me, he's like, the truth is, if you want something to be yours, because when you patent something, it becomes public knowledge. It gets published on the patent directory. I know that because I literally looked up patents for pyrolysis reactors to get inspiration to build mine. So that means anybody on earth can look up your patent and see how it was built, how it was made, and then make a copy, make a few changes, and then say it was theirs. And then you can go and fight them, but that takes time, that takes money. And then at some point, you can't do it anymore. You're trying to invent. You're not trying to be you know what I'm saying? Like, you're an inventor, not a lawyer. Not trying to fight people in court for the rest of your life. So he told me that, and he's like, the key is really trade secrets. Think about it. He's like, Coca-Cola did not patent the Coca-Cola formula. Why? Because if they patented the formula,
they would know it.
Everybody would know it. Even though nobody can copy it, everybody would know it, and you best believe they'd copy it. Because guess what? In China, there's no patent law. It just goes to, that's why they have Chinese knockoffs of everything. They have no patent enforcement in China and so many other countries. So then he's like, and guess what you had to do? You had to go and get a patent in every country on earth. You know how much that cost? So much money. And then you had to renew it.
Yeah,
and you paid all this money that could have gone.
Now, this is a dirty game that these business owners and these big companies play. I didn't know that once you put a patent into America that you have to do it in other countries. That's kind of crazy to me, man. And yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. Being a creator and just creating things and being different is very hard. I always wonder why we don't have that many creative things that's going on now. We do have stuff that's starting to come into effect, but it's not like how back in the days when we had the Odysseus, when we had the Henry Fords, when we had the black people that created all these different things and just was able to give to the world. We don't really see that. And to be honest, this guy right here, I believe his name is Julian or something like that. He the one who created the gas out of plastic, and he reminded me of those older black people who used to create things and be very creative. I'm actually kind of worried for this young man because he different, man. Different, and he's smart, and I believe that he knows that he's in danger. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain people in this world that create certain things to be able to bring something different to the United States, and especially when you black. We've been doing it all the time, and I feel like it's a danger, you know, because you never know when you starting to mess with the big bucks, especially like gas and oil and stuff like that, where people is dying over this stuff. Yeah, you got to kind of teeter real nice because you'll become, you'll put you in danger messing with the money, with that money, man. So he making plastic, he make gas out of plastic. So let's go.
Actual invention to get the patent, which means nothing because they'll just go and take it and copy it. Then you have to spend money fighting them in court. And I've heard this story from inventor after inventor. They both said to me, trade secrets are the key.
What's trade secrets? You tell anybody?
Trade secrets are things that you have, and I have a few trade secrets on my machine that nobody knows. That you can my machine on a video camera and not know these certain particular materials.
The inner workings of it. The details.
Exactly. But I have another play. So there's this thing called public domain. Once you have something published online for over a year, nobody can patent it. All my machines are public domain. Nobody can patent any of my machines because they've all been visible in the public for over a year.
And that's because you're putting them on
social media.
Exactly. So that's because now there's no way a company can come and just shelf it, patent what I made, copy it and shelf it and hide it. But then here's another approach I'm doing. I'm like, I do have trade secrets that I have, yes. The truth is, you will always have copycats. That's just how the world works. That's just how the market works. The key is being first to market. Right now, I'm constructing my next machine, Mark V, which will be the world's first solar mobile microwave pyrolysis reactor. It's literally going to be on a trailer. And I'll literally be able to drive to like anywhere, pull up, process plastic on site, go to the next stop. Here's the thing. That machine, that's going to be the one that's going to go to market eventually, because I'll be able to sell these mobile trailer machines directly to governments, to companies, to farmers, whoever.
To individuals?
Possibly. I don't know what the regulations look like on that, but possibly. Either way, being first to market and having trade secrets is the key. And so here's what I'm actually going to do. Since I got to this point and I understand how to make a mobile machine like this after all my 5 years of trial and error, I actually am going to be writing a book with the blueprints in it on how, and I'll just be public.
Okay.
On how to do it.
Yeah, honestly, man, I think that he's barking up a tree that I don't know if he ready for, man. These governments and these different agencies, as you can see with the whole Strait of Hormuz and the Iran war and Operation Epic Failure, you know what I'm saying? You can see that the government pushes people around and operates the world off of oil, gas. So if you coming in and you like, look, here's a plastic bottle, I can make a liter of gas out of this. It's like, now you starting to mess up what we got going on. We pushing people, we charging more. Like, we literally is going through an inflation right now just off gas. And I never knew that gas prices can affect so much, because people talking about now oil went up, now this went up, groceries went up off of gas. But yeah, because this stuff have to get delivered, and it's different types of gas that get broke down, and it's just a whole thing of gas and how Americans rule as far as like gas. We went to Iraq over oil. We just bombed the fuck out of Iran over oil, and it's like, you want to come and step into this? Like, these people, real gangsters. You see what that shit with Venezuela, how that man just went and kidnapped the president? Man, they had kidnapped him. If you think that United States kidnapped the Venezuela president and they won't kidnap you, like, you must be out your mind, bro. You is black, and it won't take much for them people to touch you. They kidnapped the Venezuela president in 3 minutes, man. But I just say to this guy, he very smart, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely think it's a good idea. You know, he from Illinois, I believe, and I say just be careful and, you know, keep pushing, man. If you believe in yourself, and keep pushing, man. I believe in you too. It's your boy Schoolie, and told me to get my friend. I'm out. Let's go.